Hi guys, how you doing? This is Mr. Sean Randall, otherwise known as the Biz Life Guru. This week, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to recap actually a couple of the topics that we talked about last week, actually in our business session. Last week we talked about several topics. We talked about mastering a skill. We also talked about advertising being a waste of money, and we also talked about actually being resourceful with the actual resources that you actually have. When looking at everything that we talked about last week was really our introductory program onto this business in 60 seconds. What we're trying to do with business in 60 seconds is have you guys, our fan base, actually vote on which one of the 5 videos that we're going to do per week that you want us to go into explanation for extra 2 to about 5 minutes. This week's business that they want us to go over was mastering a skill. A lot of people ask me a lot of questions based on the numbers that I told them with 10,000 hours. Is that the way that you actually can master a skill? Guys, it's been written up in Harvard reviews. It's been written up from professors at Yale that in order for you to accomplish anything, you got to put time in it. You have to put money into it. A lot of times people do not sit there and put the necessary time or the necessary money that it takes to actually become successful. Successful is a balance between both of them. You just can't invest a whole bunch of money in something and expect to be successful, and you can't just invest a whole bunch of time in something without putting a financial sacrifice towards it and actually become successful. It takes a balance between the two. A lot of people ask me, what is it that you need to do with your time in order to master those skills? I tell a lot of people the reason why people that are doctors and lawyers, people who have went to school for a long period of time become so successful is because of the discipline that school granted them. Usually people that are in college are a lot more disciplined. They have to get up in the morning, they have to go to school in that morning. They still have to balance that with their own lifestyle, their family, and their friends. So with that being said, it is it's almost destined for people that actually stick with school to actually become very, very successful and be very disciplined in what they're trying to accomplish in life. Even if you haven't ever been to college or anything, if you sit there and put enough time and effort into any type of thing that you're doing in your life, it doesn't matter if it's a business or it doesn't matter that if you're going to college, it doesn't matter if you're trying to go for that next promotion. You just have to realize that you have to balance your time properly. A great example that I can give you guys, if you're in a profession and you know that you want to go to the next level, you need to get up under whoever the person is at the next level and start to learn from that person. Learn the SWOT of that person, their strength, their weakness, their opportunities, and their threats. I hate to say it, but every person that comes within your environment is a SWOT to you. They have strengths to them, they have weaknesses, they have opportunities, and they have threats. And a lot of people say, that's impossible. My mom, I see her all the time. I don't never see my mother as any threat. But it doesn't necessarily, a threat doesn't mean like a threat that someone's killing your life. It necessarily could be that maybe your mother always softens the idea of what you're trying to be in life. And with that, that's a threat because you have a lot of respect for that person. And if you don't follow your heart towards your destiny and you listen to the person who you love the most, but you feel that you're following your heart, a lot of times that is exactly what happens. It stops a person. So even your own parents, it's a SWOT to you. They have strengths, they have weaknesses, they have opportunities and threats. So every person that comes into your environment, you have to look at them in kind of that aspect in order to learn how to master your skills, because you're the one that's destined to set your own schedule and your own purpose. So guys, on mastering skills on a day-by-day basis, it's the only way you can do it. If you know that you work a job 40 hours a week, but you want to go and do something else 40 hours a week, you need to start taking spare time or making spare time, at least 10 to 12 hours a week on accomplishing whatever that goal is. If you're in a profession, you need extra training skills or extra certificates or anything like that, you need to go out there and go after them. If you're in a business and you're looking at merging your company or you're looking at opening up a new product or service, you need to go ahead and put the initiative behind that and start putting the time in extra that's outside there. Put in those extra hours in. Like I tell all my clients, you do 10 hours, a week extra, that's 40 hours a month extra, that's 120 hours a quarter extra, and it's approximately, when you look at it, 480 hours extra per year. I mean, you do that for 3 years, you already went over over 1,000, close to 1,500 hours that you put into mastering a new skill. It takes time, and time is of the essence, and a lot of people waste their time. So I encourage all my clients who was listening last week at our sessions to focus on mastering the skill. Mastering one single skill is one of the most important things. We talked about in the advertisement, wasting time. A lot of people have so many different advertisement campaigns and stuff instead of focusing on a tool that actually really works. Last week we also talked about being resourceful. A lot of people do not realize they have the resources that are necessary in order to become successful. They're just not really using those resources within a timely manner. So time is one of the most important things. It's something that I teach all my clients, and hopefully from this session, it can help you. With that being said, guys, this was your recap for Business in 60 Seconds. This is a holiday week, guys. We're going to do a special session on Christmas Day, which is going to be a Business in 60 Seconds. And then next week, we'll be back to our normal schedule of having a Business in 60 Seconds every day. Other than that, guys, be blessed.